Trevor Lund of Pagemaster Publication Services. I'm here to talk to you today about choosing your domain name. You want a domain name that tells the world who you are. It needs to be understandable and easy to recall. The problem is that the best domain names are already taken, so you may be left to be more creative. At Pagemaster Publication Services, we can help you to narrow your choices for a domain name for your author or artist site. But if you want to do it yourself, here are some steps to help you make the best use of your creative juices. Brainstorm 3 to 6 potential domain names for your website and consider the ABCDs of choosing a domain. Consider availability, branding, clarity, and draw for each potential name. Let's take a look at each of these and start with availability. You need to have the domain available if you're going to use it. Unless it's an exceptional name for you, don't think about purchasing it from anyone but a registrar. Domains can be sold and transferred, but don't be tempted to do that because the price is considerable than just buying it from a registrar. The easiest way to do this is to type the domain that you're considering into the URL bar and see what comes up. It should be nothing. But if it points to a live site, it's probably unavailable. If it points to a sales page, the site is available and at a higher price than the one that comes up blank. Once you have a few that are available, consider the branding, clarity, and draw of each of the remaining names. Branding. For an author or artist, your name is likely to be your brand. If you can get your name with a .com, it's likely your best choice to build your online business. If your name has variant spellings or hyphenations, you may decide to change to your business name. However, if you check with Twitter and YouTube and Facebook, because you might be using these social networks and you want to make sure that your name is available on those networks. Authors often ask if their website should promote them or their book, and your book is usually not your brand. If you want to make it your brand, like Chicken Soup for the Soul or 48 Days, yes, you should think about using your book name for your domain name. Clarity. The easiest way to consider clarity for your domain name is to say it out loud and to think about how other people will hear it. If someone tells a friend about your site, will they remember to say a hyphen or a letter or a variant spelling? Do you have hyphens? my-site.com doesn't transfer well in conversation. Do you have numbers instead of words? Forgotten, with the number 4 being the 4, is almost an impossible thing not to be confusing. Do you have homonyms? Theirhair.com. Are they talking about a person's baldness, or are they talking about a group of people's rabbits? We don't know. Do your words have variant spellings? Counseling.com with 2 L's versus counseling.com with 1 L. You don't want to give your competition business by having variant spellings. Simplicity is the most important factor for clarity. Now, most simple domain names are already purchased, so adding the or my or I to your desired name may mean it's available. Just be sure to always use the full domain name when you talk about your site. Draw. Draw means to evoke as a response. You want people to remember your domain name. You need to consider if you use a .com, .org, .net, or .ca or any other top-level domain name. .com is the most well-known and the one people will default to. It's not advisable for artists or authors to consider a .org or a .net or even a .info, although if you can only get your personal name as a .info, you may want to consider it. If you're in Canada and your audience is from Canada, .ca is not a bad choice. But please remember, .com is still the easiest for people to remember. I hope this quick overview of the ABCDs of a domain will help you with your selection of possible domain names for the artist or author sites we do up at Pagemaster Publication Services. If you need more help, we can help you choose the best available domain name to market your book or art. Contact us today.